dream big, you think big, and what we are doing in Dubai, why we are not able to do in India. So it's
Right.
all about, as you mentioned, Sheikh Mohammed's thought process. Nothing less
That,
than world class, yes.
nothing that.
And in India also, as you rightly said, we have a great leader now. And so hello, hi, welcome, good morning. Today we have Monica Bahel Arya from Dubai. We'll be interviewing Monica. Welcome to Pankaj Keda's show, Monica. A very
Thank you
warm
so much.
welcome and good morning to you.
Very
Yes.
good morning to you, Pankaj, and thank you so much for making me a part of your amazing show.
And just to give a brief introduction, Monica is a top business marketer with active community of around 50,000 people based in Dubai. So can you give your introduction? This is a small introduction, what I know about you. Yeah.
So yeah, it is a very small and sweet introduction, Pankaj. Yes, I have been in Dubai for the last 4 years, and being a marketer for the last 20 years. So this shift from India to Dubai was done all in the the midst of COVID. And I'm very happy that I came here, and I couldn't land up in a job. So I started up with my small startup called Skillopedia in Dubai. And the idea was to empower everyone with the skills so that they can stand on their own feet, especially women, especially people who have lost their jobs. And the idea through Skillopedia is doing marketing via events, as a lot of people are turning from being an employer, from being an employee to an employer. So for those people, we are the one platform which gives you visibility, which give you action points in terms of events, and which give you more of B2C and B2B contacts all over Dubai and the world.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your insights. Now, basically, today we'll be talking about the real estate industry. As you know, I belong to the real estate industry. My,
Yeah.
my mission is to make the Indian real estate industry at par with the global standards. Because
Right.
what we are doing in Dubai, why we are not able to do in India? What is your perspective in terms of real estate development? Whether it is residential, whether it is commercial, whether it is hospitality sector, whether it is retail sector. I mean, at a glance, how do you put in your perspectives?
So, Pankaj, I think it's very simple. It's all about the mindset. So, the same Indian people come over here and perform at their best. They're at their peak. They do the things which are being regulated, and they do everything in line with the laws. And the same people going back in India, I think, try to twist everything because that gives them a kick, I feel. So here, because of Sheikh Mohammed's vision of making it a global place, Dubai making a global place for everyone, and double the economy in the next 10 years. So this brings a lot of challenges to everybody who is surviving in Dubai, but. Along with that, everybody knows here in Dubai that there are laws. You have to stick to it. You have to be disciplined. You have to perform to stay here. And it's not easy. It's not easy to stay in a country like Dubai, where you have so much of competition, you have so much of collaboration with so many nationalities over here. But still, people stick to their principle. We are the same Indians, we are the same Pakistanis over here who are doing a lot of good work, and under the law framework, I would say. When I go to India, I'm very, very disheartened sometimes to see that there's so many people who have not got their possessions because the OCs have not been cleared. Guys, come on, you have taken the money. I mean, there has been a paperwork, there has been a proper attestation of legal documents. Then, I mean, these things sound very, very unprofessional, but I'm very, very sure that under Mr. Narendra Modi's vision, people are definitely moving towards from corruption to transparency, and we are growing very fast. The global market is seeing India as a good resource. People have definitely been respected more than before after coming of Mr. Narendra Modi. So I think yes, definitely the vision of India is also changing. The people are also changing. I really keep my fingers crossed that in the next 5 years we're at least able to have 20% of the vision what Dubai has today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. One very important perspective you have brought in is about the mindset. I'm also ex-Dubai, by the way. I worked there for 10 years and I was happy to be part of some global international projects. So it's
Right.
all about, as you mentioned, Sheikh Mohammed's thought process. You dream big, you think big, and you execute it to the world-class standards. Nothing less
That,
than world-class. Yes,
I think that. Yeah,
that
yeah.
that is the mindset that is being set. And in India also, as you rightly said, we have a great leader now. Under his leadership, India is moving towards becoming the third largest economy, which is going to be reality very soon. Having said
Yes.
that, the real estate industry growth projection is approximately about $1 trillion, which is going to be contributing, say, 14 to 16% of India's GDP from this industry itself. But then
Right.
my perception, I have worked in Dubai, I have worked in India, I have when I was working in Dubai, I remember we were sitting in the meeting with around 13 nationalities. So it's a altogether world, total world is there in Dubai, basically.
Exactly.
And it's all starts with thought process. So how to make the, I mean, Indian real estate industry at par with the global standards in terms, that is what I have been teaching. I mean, how to make the standard operating procedure in line with the global standards. And basically to start with the mindset, what you think, which is not being taught in any of the universities, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this mindset carries 95% of your dreams, achievement, hard work, whatever it is. The so-called degrees and the experiences carries only 5 to 10%, unfortunately. I'll tell
Right.
you give you an example. There are approximately 150 billionaires in the world, of
Yeah.
which 80% are school dropout. So how do they do it? Dhirubhai Ambani,
Exactly.
Dhirubhai, it's a thought process only.
Exactly. Yeah. See,
Can
because
you put some perspectives from this, what I talked about? Yeah, over to
sure,
you.
I'll just share you some incidents from last week. We were in a business meetup, and the same thing we were discussing. That I was with my business coach, and he runs a millionaire club in Dubai. And the same thing he was saying that what is the difference between a millionaire and a small business entrepreneur or anybody sitting anywhere in this world? They have a lot of time, and why they have time is because of their mindset. And he said, I met so many people, but none of them are IITians, none of them are super intelligent, super brain, some extra talent they have. No, the only thing they have is discipline and focus.
Yeah,
These are the two things that have made them much different from all of us, or maybe have raised them up from this. Because everything you do has to have a focus. You cannot be at 100 places at one time.
true, true,
And in your and discipline is something which is something which everybody would not like to follow, because you would always like to do whatever you like. You want to be in your comfort zone. But the moment you move out of that comfort zone, you realize, okay, these are certain things I have to do. These are my responsibilities. This is I have to finish and move on to the next step. Maybe those things you like doing on a regular basis or not. You may not like coming to your office daily, but that's how your work will grow. You have to put in some efforts over there and take the things to the next level.
true, true. Absolutely, absolutely. I'll pick up one word from your talks. You mentioned one of my business mentors. It is Corona has taught us so many things, actually. It is Corona time during which I also left my job and I took some mentorship from world-class mentors and learned for 2 years. So without a guru, without somebody, some good mentor, we cannot grow actually. This nobody knows. It is not being taught in
Pankaj,
any.
this has always been in our Vedas, in our the ancestors, what they were doing. So even when our my favorite Lord Rama, when he moved out, so even he was all the kids at a very young age were going to a guru.
Yeah,
Why? Because that was the place where you inculcate your character. That was the place where you inculcate your focus. That was the place that teaches you what is right, what is wrong.
true.
So even today, I feel, having a personal mentor, having a business mentor is very, very important for everyone.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is a message to the audience, I mean viewers. Everybody, if anybody wants to grow in any domain, I would say any domain is a good domain, provided I am good, I am willing to do. learning from these mentors, first thing, we are blaming ourselves and appreciating others. We should be appreciating ourselves. We should be loving ourselves. Yes.
Yeah.
This is one life, and we can be dreaming about anything. That's what I can see. What I wrote my goal some 3 years back, I'm seeing it getting it implemented because of the few words you mentioned.
Because you
Focus.
manifested that. You manifested that. That
Yeah,
okay, I
and
have to do
for
this.
manifesting, as you mentioned, we have to be focused.
Yeah.
You have to be dedicated. You have to be consistently walking, right? So
Right.
these things, I need to pass it on to the viewers from this discussion. Everyone should have a mentor, like any
Yeah. And
discipline, any
Pankaj,
discipline. Yeah,
a very important point that comes in between is that what is the difference between dreaming and getting your dreams realized? The only difference that makes you move from one plate to another is your implementation. So anybody
absolutely.
can have a dream. Anybody can dream at night, 8 hours. You have for sleeping, for making yourself. But in that conscious, you can think anything what you want. But you
Yes,
don't get all your dreams fulfilled. Why? Because you're not moving in the direction of implementation. Everybody can dream, but only a disciplined and focused guy can implement. So that is what every Indian, I would say, has to move towards. And you have to be true to yourself and your commitments. You have to be honest with your work. You cannot
absolutely. Yes,
I mean, one of our very near and dear friends have lost a lot of money in Indian property just because what was written was not being was not being taken action on, which is very bad. It spoils your entire image globally.
yeah, true. Absolutely, absolutely. See, 1st of January, many people write their goals.
Right.
And 15, 16 days down the line, it starts falling. Why? So as you mentioned correctly, in today's world, there is no dearth of knowledge. You go to the social media, you type anything, you have everything. But question is, how many are implementing it? Only
Exactly.
implementers could achieve their goals or dreams, whatever it is. It's a very important point. Yes,
I always feel, Pankaj, in the mornings, just write down 2 or 3, actionables which you think are the best for you, which you
true.
can act on. Don't write too many things in your schedule to do. Just write 9 things for you to do.
Yeah,
If you're done with this, you see, because you cannot do more than that. Just at 9 actionables, out of which, so we have a very simple rule of 3, 5, 1.
okay.
Sorry, 1, 3, 5. So
Yeah,
that means that 1 has to be your most important task,
yeah,
3 has to be your medium task, and 5 has to be your general task that you're doing. So do that one task in the morning that relieves you for the rest of your day,
absolutely,
so
absolutely.
that you can plan. Because as I said, the focus is very important. You cannot have 10,000 things going on and doing everything by your side.
True, absolutely. And for doing this, another thing I have learned from my mentors is about code of honor,
Yeah.
having for yourself. So what do you have to say about it?
I totally believe in that. There has to be, you have to respect yourself. You have to respect your words which you're giving out in the market. Even if you're a small entrepreneur or you're biggest of the companies, look at the Tatas, look at the Ambanis. It's not like that they built Rome in one day.
Yeah,
It has been a lot of consistent efforts, and somewhere or the other, people have trusted them to be their leaders. Uh,
absolutely.
I mean, Tata is still known to be the best HR policies as yet. You remember that fire that took place, the whole attack that took place in
Raj
Taj
Hotel.
Mumbai.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, the last of their employee was first looking for a client to be saved rather than their own life. There were so many stories regarding around that. So, how do you build up that character in that institution is very, very important. Just yesterday it was a teacher's day, and luckily I met somebody very, very famous in the education. I would not like to name him right now. So I met somebody very, very prominent in the education industry from UK, and I was very surprised to see that his main intention in today's world was
yeah,
developing a character in the students. He was not bothered about how much money I can bring to his table, how much clients I would bring into his tables. He was only worried about how can you make sure that there is nobody in my team who's moving out of my vision and the character which I want my kids, my students, my team to have in my university in Dubai. And
absolutely,
trust me, it swayed me all over,
absolutely.
because you have to think on a different direction. If you're working for a rat race, I'm sorry, I mean, I don't think you are going to make it.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's about, as you mentioned about Tata, Tata is a 150-year-old company. Is it easy? How many company we have seen companies making $1 billion of transaction, but if it is totally transactional, I have seen the company vanish within a period of time also. So
Yeah.
it's about the human value, what Tata provides, and the systems and processes, and the HR policies, as you mentioned. That's what Tata is where it is today. And by the
See,
way, they are the highest contributors to the people
to the
in
economy, yeah, to the people,
the community.
to the character of the Indian society, which was
Yes,
always being respected. India has always been treated as so. Even if you look at today's vision of Mr. Narendra Modi, it is Vasundharai Kutumbakam.
yes,
Why? Because you want everybody's welcome in our country. So
yes,
everybody's welcome means we have to treat them as a guest, which go back with the trust, which go back with good memories. You cannot
correct,
give them, anything that they take as a shock from our culture.
correct, correct. As you are into the marketing of real estate also, I'd like to ask you, in Indian real estate industry, what I have seen, the focus is on selling the product.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about, they want to have the market price, selling perspective. And my perspective, what I am trying to bring the change, you make the best deliverables, best product, people will come to you. You don't have to run after the customers. Your product will talk about. Let's, for example, this Apple. Apple is an apple, right? Nobody
That-
bargains.
But
You,
why do you buy Apple? Why do you buy Apple? Why do you think people buy the Tesla? They buy it because of Elon Musk.
yeah,
They have trust in that. He
exactly.
has trust in that one face, which is
Yes,
doing anything. They are ready to buy it.
yes,
So similarly, there should be a trust in the brand's face. And I always say in all my interviews, in all my podcasts, in all my media write-ups, everywhere, that every brand should have a face. Because when you give a face to the brand, you're giving an authenticity to your brand. That yes,
exactly.
I'm there. I'm the
Yes,
person behind the brand. This is my character, and this is going to be imbibed in my brand.
absolutely. So I'd like to, would you like to share one mistake that you realized over your experience that every, not only developer, every business, since I belong to the real estate, I am bringing in real estate. So must avoid, that you have realized one mistake should not be followed by others. Sort of a message, you know.
So, for me, one mistake that probably I did long back in terms of real estate, and I would not like others to do is that I personally feel invest in something which is safer. Go deeper in the things. Don't go by the brand names. Go deeper. If you are in India, go deeper with the kind of people you are getting associated with, especially for the real estate, especially the person who's selling you the real estate. How much he knows about it. What is the information pool? Where is his information pool coming from? And whatever you are buying, are those properties actually registered? Are those properties actually the documentation? Check with the government authorities. Go online, because nowadays I have seen last month only I was in India. I have seen that a lot of things are going digital now. So go check online whether the property is really being registered in the name which is being shown to you. How many documents are there? Are those 5 important documents which I have understood from my 20 years of experience that are required in India? Are those 5 documents properly attested? Are they government attested? Can you check them online whether actually, and you can also go to the court and check, that whether these documents are real or not before giving a good unit of your, I would say, savings to anyone.
True, true, absolutely, absolutely. Now, as the world is emerging, very fast in terms of technology.
Right.
So basically, again, in real estate industry, many advanced technologies are being introduced, but then in India, still many developers are reluctant to go by the technology. What do you have to say about it?
You know what? Nowadays, you would have heard a lot of this bling word sustainability.
Yeah.
It's coming a big way.
Hmm.
And Dubai was in so Sheikh Mohammed's vision for sustainability was around 10 years back. 10 years back, he had this SS mission, which
Yeah.
was sustainability session mission. And he had started thinking in direction. That is the action of a leader, to think something before it is supposed to happen. So when I say that sustainability is coming, so even for these Indian market, this should be a value addition, because next 20 years, next 10 years, now the next gen in Dubai is not buying things which is not sustainable.
True.
So we have to have, we have to go with the technology. We have to find out things which are more sustainable. We have to find out people who are bothered about the planet Earth, because ultimately, see, why is Dubai a popular market for anyone from anyone globally? This is only because of Sheikh Mohammed's vision that, we have the best of business opportunities. We have the best of lifestyle opportunities, healthcare. You talk about education. So the vision is to get all the Harvards and Wales over here. So that's the vision they have, to have the best of best in Dubai from all the global countries.
True.
Similarly, then how did they move up their retail space? How did they move up there? If you go deep into the property market of Dubai, you will analyze that Danube's Mr. Rizwan. So I think everybody knows Mr. Rizwan from
Yeah.
Danube Group in Dubai. So if you talk about his vision, he started with a 1% plan. He's a 1% man that he has been famous in Dubai and in India for. So what is this man's vision? The man's vision is very simple. You give me only 1% per month, but you take up this property which will scale up to new heights. So that's the vision, because he knows that that an average person, that affordable house category, because there are only two categories you can make, either a luxury category or an affordable category.
True.
So when we talk about about an affordable category, the people who would be moving in that direction would not be able to give you a big chunk of their savings to you directly. They would not love to do that.
True.
So he targeted that, marketed, okay, let me have that 1% only from you, but you're booked with me for the next 10 years, 20 years.
True.
Smart move,
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
similarly, plus the golden visa concept. Because earlier, see, in 2014, when Dubai market crashed a lot, so now also people were very scared that, we are moving towards the peak. So every graph should go up and then go down, actually. But what happened was not that. What happened in 2014 could not happen in 2024 in Dubai. Why? Because the vision was that they learned from their mistakes. The moment 2014 was done, Sheikh Mohammed had a vision of increasing the global reach and having 10 million more people. He has a vision of having 10 million more people coming globally to Dubai by 2030. Right? That's why, and he started with the sustainability mission, because he knew that this is going to be the future.
True.
And what happens is, why everybody's moving towards Dubai is, you get all that. You get a lifestyle, you get housing, you get golden visa. Mr. Danube took that. Mr. Danube said that, okay, you come, you buy a house with me, you also get a golden visa. Right? So the value addition that is coming along with it is that you would not like to leave. So I think that's how you attract more people. That's how you make people upscale. That's how you upsell, I would say, in fact. And that's how you would make people trust your brand, because you're giving something which is futuristic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. So my next question is, based on your years of experience in the industry, whatever you're doing, what are the three major factors basically responsible for delivering your, or rather achieving your goals with on time and world-class quality?
See, as I told you, world-class quality will only come when you are futuristic, when your thought process is futuristic.
True.
So one point is definitely that you have to inculcate some futuristic measures. That could be sustainability, that could be easy moving out, easy selling, that could be easy renting, because probably maybe in this global scenario, a lot of people keep moving with their jobs. So in that job scenario, it should be easy for a person to move out. So right now, I have a lot of properties in India. The problem is, I cannot go every other month or every year to maintain those properties. So those things have to be futuristically done, so that the properties are being managed properly for the NRIs who are buying, who are going and investing in their country back home. Then second thing, which is very, very important for moving forward, is that pricing. So we need to be, see, if you're attracting a global customer, so then that luxury feeling of, the apartments or the buildings should come when you enter it. I mean, you cannot enter a house which looks very beautiful inside, but the lift, the lobby, the roads are absolutely chaotic. Nobody's going to buy that. Absolutely. So that whole environment, that whole aura has to look royal. If you're selling up luxury properties. And see, Dubai is a market for luxury properties. We have moved from 2.5 million, in fact, to 7.8 million in terms of numbers. And trust me, 30% of that, 35% of the off-plan, 35, in fact, 35.55% of the off-plan properties are going to global investors. Why? Because the kind of surroundings, the kind of atmosphere that Dubai has created, people are ready to invest millions in that, millions. And without even a single thought. I get a lot of calls from India, specifically from people who are at very, very prominent positions in companies, CEOs, CXOs, that because whenever you're connected to the people, whenever you go back to India, you get that trust, that, okay, Monica, can we, you think it's the right time to invest in Dubai? Yes, of course, it's the right time to invest in Dubai. Where else you would invest? So whatever you are investing in Dubai is going to grow at least 30 to 40%. And it is, some people feel it is saturated now, like the 2014 episode. But no, guys, come on. The population is increasing from 2.5 million to 7.8 million. Our offline properties have gone up by 35.5% as compared to the last year. That is because most of the global investors are moving towards Dubai. They're investing. And there's a scarcity of properties over here. If you will see in all the major newspapers and you'll see that the properties are not available. Why? Because so many people moving inside. And with the Sheikh Mohammed's vision, more people are going to join us in the next 5 years. So the property is going to be, the property market is going to be saturated. You will not have properties to buy. So this is the right time to invest.
True, true. So moving forward, can you share 3 breakthroughs you got in your, industry for last 5 years?
Breakthrough is that, I moved to Dubai only before 4 years. And trust me, it was a major psychological, emotional, physical, and as a business person, a very, new kind of development in my life. It was a game changer. And I always wish that I was here 10 years back. I always wish I had moved here more younger. So, what I could see in the last 4 years is that, your focus on quality, your focus on consciousness, your focus on, getting the best of the best should be very much, focused on. Why? Because that is how the world is moving. You have to be a little futuristic. You have to adapt with the new technologies. You have to make sure that you're moving your kids, your company, your business towards sustainability, towards a greener earth, towards a green flat earth, I would say. And all these things are very, very important in the upcoming times. And one thing, yes, you should always, as a global investor, I would say that you should always you should always keep your eggs in different baskets. That's for sure. So as the world is progressing with so many things happening around us in Israel or maybe in other countries, it's very important to have a cash flow, and it's very important to have a regular stable income for yourself. And being a woman, it's very, very important to be financially independent in today's world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you very much. So last but not the least, one message for the audience who belong to the real estate industry.
Guys, if you belong to the real estate industry, focus. This is the time to make a lot of money, but guide your clients in a way that you would guide your family.
Thank you so much. So moving forward, we'll try to tie up the best Indian companies with the best Dubai companies, joint venture, bring the people from Dubai to India, and make Indian real estate projects world class.
Definitely. And there should be retreats where people, in fact, Pankaj, I would like to invite you. You should have a group of real estate agents or real estate brokers or companies. Visit Dubai and let's show them how it works over here. Because the challenges are the same for anybody working in India or Dubai. But the way these people take up things, the way these people understand things is absolutely different.
Correct.
So in case we can arrange such kind of retreats for the businessmen, real estate businessmen from India to Dubai, I would love to help you in that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So before we end it, I would also like to end with a note. The way you do one thing, the way you do everything. With that note,
makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, a lot of difference. So with that note, I would like to thank you very much for joining today's show. Looking forward to connecting again. Signing off for now.
Thank you, Pankaj ji. Thank you so
Thank you.
much to all your
Thank you.
listeners.
Thank you. Thank you.